Hello everybody! Welcome to Maui! So delighted that you're here. So how is everyone doing today? Oh, welcome back old friends for our water flow and helping to create more fluidity in the body, becoming less solid and more fluid. Thank you so much for the retweets and shares. It's just wonderful. If there's anyone you know that could benefit from yoga and meditation, please share away. Feel free to share and retweet and as much as you like. Let's get us all on board. We rise by lifting up others. Yes, because the people that we surround ourselves with, they can either be your heaven or your, you know, nightmare. So let's get us all on the same page so that we can all get along, spread more love, spread more healing. You're in for a treat today, healing the body from head to toe. And there was someone on yesterday who talked about neck, you know, injuries and working with that. So we'll really work to release tension in the neck. But yes, it's very important that you know your own body. And if you don't, then go see a professional, have them check you out, doctor, whoever it is, you know, that someone who knows what they're doing so that they can find things in your body and let you know your limits and what you can do, what you can't do. We all have different bodies, different injuries. So just being patient with yourself, we slowly put ourselves back together and mindfully. What food do you think would be good for a person on a diet? Like what to eat for breakfast, dinner, tea? Did I see tea there at the very end before it disappeared? Tea is my favorite. I drink green tea with every meal. It helps the digestive juices flowing. And you know, I try to stick with, if you can hunt it, pick it, gather it, fish it, then it should be all right. Yeah. But how is your relationship with your food? How do you think about yourself when you're eating? What kind of thoughts do you have when you're digesting your food? What kind of mindfulness do you practice? That's okay. While you're eating, are you mindlessly eating? Are you using your body as, you know, just something to put food in and not waste it? What kind of green tea? Matcha green tea, any kind of tea. I have noticed that any kind of tea works. Matcha, they've said, is the best. I love getting matcha from Costco. Lasted forever. It's really easy to do. Hot tea, I've found, works better because it seems to warm up the body and get things flowing a little bit better. Yes, so if you have healthy thoughts, if you've ever heard my cookie story about how you can get stressed out about not eating the cookie, you want to eat the cookie so bad, you can actually gain weight from just being stressed out, and you don't even eat the cookie in the first place. So it really has a lot to do with your relationship and your perception with food in the first place, on how you digest it, how you process, what nutrients you take from it, and how your body will react to it. So let's get started. We're going to come into Sukhasana. So that's just an easy sitting position. Just finding a place where you can be and breathe for a moment so that we can connect and let go of our mind, let go of our brain, and just allow everything else to automatically take over. Let our breath do all the work for a moment. So just come into a comfortable position and start to relax every muscle in your body for just a moment. We're going to get selfish, starting this Wellness Wednesday off by taking a few moments to ourselves. We take care of ourselves first, put on the oxygen mask first by taking the time to center yourself, get grounded, and connect to who you really are. It starts with the breath, and it starts by simply listening. So bring your awareness inside your body now. Begin to slow your breath down, listening to the sound of the ocean, its ebb, its flow, starting to sync your breath to the sound of the ocean. Keeping your mouth closed, activating what we call your Ujjayi Breath. It's a victorious, ocean-like wave sound of a breath. where you're pulling air in on the inhale, very slowly, keeping the mouth closed, and then pressing the air out, maybe even slower on the exhale. Constricting your throat just a little bit. That way we're conditioning and practicing on how to control our breath. Controlling how it comes into the body and controlling how it leaves the body. And it's your breath that allows you to release holding patterns within the body, especially around the neck area. When we get tense, we hold ourselves nice and strong, yes? So let's use the exhale to relax and just let the muscles melt away and just fall where they may. Releasing those tension layers just one by one. Gently working the breath to release those holding patterns, because once patterns are established, they become your truth. Breathing out of tension can release these long-held holding patterns in your body. Now start to ground both sit bones evenly down. Let's activate your bandhas, your strong abdominal lock. This will help to protect your lower back and strengthen your yoga poses. So pull the pelvic wall up and the navel in towards your spine. Strong abdominal lock. Your tailbone automatically tucks under just slightly to lengthen your spine. So help it out by elongating the back of your neck, pulling up through the crown of your head. You're grounding down in your sit bones, yet lifting up at the same time. Keep your chest relaxed. So point your heart up to the sky, yet send your rib tips down. Does that make sense? So your heart is open to the sky, and then point your rib tips down. There's nothing obstructing the breath. It easily flows in and out, freely and effortlessly, yet you have a strong, locked out core. Lift up and in. And now this two-part bandha lock can be done at any time of the day. Walking, moving, sitting, talking, driving, typing, whatever you are doing, pull the pelvic wall up and in. So it's an abdominal workout at all times. Continue to slow the breath down. Good. It takes a moment to practice how to have a strong core, yet relaxed and open, free breath. Yes. And already, automatically, without any of your conscious help, your brain is already syncing itself up, rewriting, repatterning itself, resetting, erasing over those old belief systems that fool you into believing non-truths. Just by simply listening and focusing your breath and focusing your attention. And that is yoga. Yoga means to yoke, unite, bring together the mind, breath, body, all working as one integrated unit. And the fastest way to get into that meditative state of mind is by simply listening. And it's not something that you can force your way into. Meditation is an exclusive club that you can only find your way in by relaxing. The body responds so much more beautifully when it's relaxed. So the more you let yourself go, the more you will find yourself in that heightened state of awareness, consciousness. That connection to who you truly are is just something that you stumble upon from listening, from being diligent, open-minded, and patient with no goal in mind. It feels a lot like falling in love at the time when you least expect it. We derive this nourishment from our breath and use it to guide. Now gently bring the chin down towards your chest, and we're just going to extend one leg here. So extend the right heel out, bring the left heel in, and sit up high onto your sit bones just to get a nice and even anchor. So you want to anchor evenly through both sit bones as you extend the right heel out. So send the hip back, lifting up through the crown of your head. And now inhale, lifting both arms nice and high dynamically through the fingertips. Square your shoulders over the right leg and very slowly just fold forward. No pressure here. It's not about how far you go in a pose. It's about connecting to your body and seeing how it feels within your own body. So just let the muscles fall where they may. We're going to go from taking this pose from active to passive. So right now, let's just be passive. Let the breath do all the work here. Relax the muscles in your body and just let them fall where it may. And now let's breathe our way into making this an active pose. Start to press the back of your leg down into the mat, down into the ground, wherever you are at, and start to press your left heel into the thigh. So you're squeezing in towards the midline. Ground down through your sit bones, pull the pelvic wall up and in, and start to hinge at the waist. See how we were rounding in the back? Hinge at the waist. So really lift up and elongate the back of your neck. Both hands to either side of your leg now, just so you can grip with your fingertips. Arms are straight to roll the shoulders down your back. Spiral them away from each other and just let them come down. Lifting up through the crown of your head. Both legs are strong and active. Now point the toe forward and then flex the foot back. Point the toe forward again. Really stretch, pointing the toe further than you can, and then pull, flex the foot back. Activate every muscle in your leg and press it down to the ground. Last time, point the toe forward, so you're really stretching past the toes, but not past a painful point. If you feel any pain, pull out. That's your body telling you, giving you its warning sign to pull out. And then flex. So only do what feels good to you. Listen to your body's cues. It's very important that we don't wreck ourselves. We got to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves, all right? Yes. So continue to breathe here. And the last part is to gently press your chin down towards your chest. Now this will give you an even longer spine. Use your abdominals to breathe here. Your body is locked out, solid, strong. Gently pressing on the glands in your neck now. Elongating your spine. And circulating your breath to improve the circulation of blood flow within your body. And now walking your hands back in towards yourself. We're just going to switch sides now. So extending the left heel, bring the right heel in. Reposition your hip bones so that they're nice and evenly grounded. Start to square your chest and shoulders over your leg. And inhale, arms reach up. And this is just to get as much length and space between each vertebrae in your spine before you go down. Come into it passively first. So let's get passive in the pose and allow the breath to do all the work. Relaxing every muscle in your body here. In yoga, we go from active to passive. balancing out both sides, moving from one opposite end of the spectrum to the other, and using our breath as our guide. So just allow the muscles to fall where they may. Not only bring your awareness to your breath, but start to notice all the subtle energies moving within the body, scanning your body from head to toe, looking for any places within the body that need special attention, and that is crying out for help. Give that area your attention by sending your breath there, gently working it with your breath. Gently bringing your attention to that cry for help within your body, especially if it's being ignored for so long. Now let's activate this pose. Start to activate your muscles by pressing your extended leg down into the ground. Activating your core, pulling the pelvic wall up and in. Your right heel starts to press into the thigh, so now you're squeezing in towards your midline. Both hands either side of your extended leg, squaring your shoulders. Directly over this foot, point the toe. Really stretch past the toe, elongate the back of your neck, stretching through the crown of your head, and then flex the foot. So now you're kicking the heel out. You're lifting the heel forward and out, kicking past the heel. Not just stopping there, you want to kick past. Now point the toe, reaching the toes further, past, and flex. Breathing your way from one end to the other, point the toe again, and flex. So your body does not move unless your breath guides it first, allows it to. And release. So now bringing the other leg out and just coming into a wide V, just as comfortable for you. Pulling forward a little bit so that you can get even on your sit bones. Now here, inhale, arms come all the way up. And exhale, we're just going to set our hands behind, fingertips face forward. Open up the chest here. So we're opening up our heart center, so roll your shoulders down and back. And usually when you're sick or your heart needs healing, we tend to concave the shoulders inwards to protect our heart. So let's do the opposite of that now. You're in a safe place. Point both toes away, ground the sit bones down, roll the shoulders, open up the heart. Breathe through whatever needs to surface and just let it go. Anything that comes up, any emotions, not saying that they will, but if they do, just breathe through it. And slowly start to come back to center. And now we're going to forward fold. So just walking your hands forward. Let's be passive for a moment. Take nice, long, deep breaths. See how long you can take on your inhales and exhales. Play your edge with your breath. Your edge is where more is too much, less is not enough. So you want to gently work your edge, allowing yourself to grow naturally, never pushing too far, too fast, or just staying within the safe zone. Approach every pose with that childlike, curious nature and wonderment, but with a mature adult mind. And now activate this a little bit more by flexing your feet. So really kick your heels out. Set your fingertips wherever is comfortable for you so you can activate your arms and lift up through the crown of your head now. Now you're circulating your breath throughout your entire body to help circulate your blood flow, especially if there are any blockages in the body, any energy that is stuck. Just allow your blood to flow freely, allowing it to go where it needs to go. So we use our breath, our wind, to guide and balance our water within our body. Basic elements, just learning how to use them to reset and to heal ourselves, and then respecting that process, giving it time. Because basically, how much time we spend working ourselves up, we need to allow just as much time to let ourselves down. So slowly coming out now, we're just going to bring the feet in, come back into Sukhasana, and let's start on the neck. So now we've created a little bit of heat in the body. Bring the chin down towards the chest and just start to unwind, rolling from side to side, one ear to the other, and going very slow. Now the reason why we're going to be doing this at your own pace and you're breathing mindfully is because we are all at different levels with different injuries, different bodies, even the vertebrae in our spine, all different within ourselves. So I might have more synovial fluid than the next person, and vice versa. You just don't know. So here is where we learn to listen to our bodies. Stop at whatever place you need to in your neck. If you feel a place that is sore, you stop there. It could be anywhere. It could be here. It could be here. Where is it for you? What matters is you. You are your best teacher. For me, it's right here. So I'm going to stop right here and breathe. My neck is sore all the way from the ear down to the lower back today. And every day is different. So I'm gently working it with the breath to release that holding pattern. And it could be anything. We get impressed upon by the world. Every day we build it up. And that's why it's so important for yoga and meditation to release everything that gets built up during the day. Because if we didn't take this time to release that, then it can just grow and can cause a lot of damage in the future. So stop wherever you need to, or keep moving through the flow. So whenever you're in a yoga practice, it's okay to stop and breathe through whatever needs healing. And your body will tell you when to push and when to pull back. And usually it's simple at the very beginning. When you very first start your workout, you know right away which part of you is sore and which part of you needs more attention. So when you address those issues first, everything else just falls into place and makes it so much easier. All right, let's stop in the middle. And we're going to slowly bring the chin up towards the sky. And we're not going to let your head fall all the way back. It's just going to come up as far as comfortable for you. You want an active neck here. So try not to relax your neck so much so that your head is just balancing on a little pin. Because your head weighs 10 pounds, 8 to 10 pounds. So keep your neck active here, and we're going to breathe out through this area, through the throat. Stay as active in your body as you possibly can. So ground the sit bones down, pull the pelvic wall up, the navel in, Roll the shoulders, spiral them down your back, just let them melt away. Relax the shoulders and arms completely, yet your body is grounded down strong. Hips are grounded down nice and evenly, and breathe. Breathe through the throat. Breathe through this entire area, stretching these muscles in the neck. Send your breath to the back of the throat. Keep the neck active so you can hold your head up. Nice and strong spine. Keep giving more space and length through each vertebrae, so ground your sit bones down. Lifting up, last breath here. Release anything that might be stuck, any holding patterns. Really work the breath gently. And release. Very slowly bring the chin back down towards the chest. Very, very slow. 100% mindful. Knowing that anything that comes up, just like the seasons, this too will pass. Slowly roll right ear towards right shoulder and turn the nose up towards the sky. Continue to melt the other shoulder very gently down. Breathe through the neck here, your left neck. Breathe through and open up as much as you can in that space. Slowly start to turn the nose back down towards the ground. Very, very slowly as you breathe through it, work your way to the other side. Left ear towards left shoulder, roll the right shoulder down, and then turn your nose up towards the sky. Really open up this area and relax it. Remember, keep your bottom half grounded and strong. And then slowly start to turn the nose back down. Continue to relax the shoulder. Breathe through any tension that may or may not be there. Your body is your best teacher. So really breathing through the scapula in your shoulder now. Coming back to center. Once your chin is at the very center of your chest, slowly start to roll your spine back. So just hands to the knees, rounding the spine, rounding the shoulders in, gently pressing the chin down towards the chest. And now moving to the opposite end of that spectrum, pulling the chest forward, arching the heart center nice and high, being very gentle, working the breath. 2 more times. Round the spine. Moving with the breath, whether you're on the in-breath or the out-breath, as long as you are consciously breathing at full attention, going at your own pace. And maybe you have stopped somewhere. Maybe you've stopped here to breathe. Listening to your body and stopping wherever you need to, wherever your body needs attention, and working the breath there. Rounding up through the chest, opening up. We open up to close. Slowly come back into a neutral spine now. And we're just going to move through one more flow. So just coming forward onto the hands and knees into downward facing dog. So spread the fingertips wide like starfish. Tuck the toes. Inhale your hips, back up and away. Now inversions, turning your world upside down so that you can see clearly. So on your in-breath, you want to press forward and down through the palms of your hands. And you want to use every bit of the hand you're given. So use your fingertips to grip your mat, flatten your palms, and press your knuckles down. Spiral your elbows in towards each other as if you were hugging a beach ball in between your elbows. Straighten out through the shoulders by pressing your chest back towards your thighs. On the out breath, you're going to ground your heels down towards the ground, keeping a slight bend in your knees. The more bend you have in your knees, the deeper of a stretch you'll get in your lower back. Here, just let your head be heavy. Breathe deep and free. When you're in this position in downward facing dog, the arteries in your neck are more open to allow blood to freely flow to your brain, giving it a bath, new oxygen, washing away old belief systems that fool you into believing non-truths. Just washing away those limiting thoughts, doubts. Rewiring and rewriting your story, automatically syncing up with the ebb and flow of the ocean. And sometimes, to see clearly, we need to turn our worlds upside down. Good. One more deep breath here in downward facing dog, creating that heat within the body. We use that fire, we make our own fire, we create our own heat. Exhale, come down onto the knees. We create our own heat in the body to burn away that rubbish. So just slowly sitting up, hands to the knees, and breathing here. That agni, that fire in our own body, that's what we use to burn up that rubbish, to get rid of what's no longer needed within us. So now let's come into a spinal twist. So I'm just sitting on my feet here. Inhale, circle sweep, arms come all the way up, dynamic. Now we do this to lengthen the spine, get as much space in the vertebrae to get a better twist. So just twisting over to the side, and think about stacking your joints. So you want your head to be above the bottom of the spine. Very gently using the hands as leverage, and it's a very gentle twist here. Now I'm sitting like this so that I can breathe a little bit easier. Keep grounding both sit bones down. Now while you're in a twist, on the inhale, let your belly come all the way out. And on the exhale, pull the belly in. So keep breathing this way. And this is how we internally massage our organs, our digestive system, with our breath whenever you're in a twist. So this is another thing that I do right after eating, just to get the digestive juices flowing a little bit better. I try to help out my body as best that I can in processing food, eliminating food, thinking about the food, loving what I eat, loving what I do. One more breath here. On your out breath, come back to center. Inhale, circle sweep up. Lengthen your spine as much as you can and twist to the other side. Be very gently twisting from one side to the other. And we'll readjust my feet. Trying to get as much length in your spine whenever you're in a twist. So So just very gently breathing, working on that internal massage of your digestive system. Using your body and all of these elements to bring you back into balance. When we work out, we get the blood pumping and flowing. That's fire. Fire that we create within ourselves. And we use our wind, our breath, to guide that fire into balancing the water within our body. Because when our water is unbalanced, it can be stagnant and can create many swamps within us. So we always want to keep that water flowing. And we use fire to do that, and wind. And so slowly come back to center. Coming back into Sukhasana now, which is just easy pose. Comfortable pose that you can sit and be in and breathe. Sukhasana for a moment. And let's inhale. Circle, sweep arms, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to third eye center. And let's set your intention today. Thinking about why you're here and what most you want to bring to the world today. What is the source of your motivation? What drives you? Or maybe dedicating this day, this practice, to someone or something special in your life, whatever it may be. Let's breathe life into that intention. Inhale, prayer, press palms all high to the sky, sending it out into the universe. Exhaling, so you circle round, coming right back to you. Inhale 2 more times, sending that out, round to the universe, coming right back, full circle. Last time, up, out, and around. Coming right back to where we all began. Thumbs up to third eye center. Mahalo for joining me on this amazing journey that feels more like an adventure. Learning how to heal ourselves with simple elements, simple patterns, simple nature, bringing us back to what's really important. Thank you so much. I'm delighted and honored to share this with you. Mahalo, aloha, and namaste. Very grateful, delighted that you are able to be here with me, Elaina, for Fit.Live here on Maui. This is beautiful beach, this beautiful ocean. Mahalo, aloha, namaste. Mwah.